BK, let me call you BK as everybody calls it so that he can understand. This story of this woman really touched my heart because I can imagine the joy the family had to have their person there. Because I'm one person who is really against this issue of receiving a body like a packet, like a letter. And if it is your time and if you know it is your time, it is always good to walk back home and you have time. And that was great story. I say,
thank you so much.
I salute you people.
The family is actually even to date because this story is I think 2 years old, or that was 2017 or 2017. And the family even today is so much grateful. They still call us.
I can imagine.
Because it was their wish. They spent their last days with their mom.
Yeah.
It was their biggest wish. And they had at least 2 weeks or so with the mother. And then they're still grateful because it was also their wish.
Exactly.
The issue of sending bodies as human cargo, it is not our portion. And I'm sure if all goes well, we are in this country, I always encourage people to go and do tests because we are in a modern country where every available machine is there. So every time make sure that once a year you just go to visit the doctor. Even if you have no pains anyway, it's always wise to go and have a checkup.
Yeah, so that's so much. The other issue I want to know is how are your meetings? How do you meet? Because I can imagine 300 people. How often do you meet? Where do you meet? So if I become this tea girl, I really want to become. I know how often I'll be coming to Berlin.
Yeah, we have general meetings, but due to the constraints, financial and all that, because I told you we don't have much money of our own, so we managed to do a general meeting once a year.
Once a year.
An AGM.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but basically during the collections, we just create venues. We don't have really, in those meetings, when we are collecting, or when we are doing the contributions, everybody is not entitled to be to that meeting. But during the AGM, everyone is entitled or is required to attend that meeting. But these ones, you can just come and mourn with the family or those who are going through issues, but you don't have necessarily to be there because you have small places where we meet. And we are being offered these places by people who are around Berlin and are willing to support us. So they'll always tell us you can come and we share the place here as you hold your small meetings.
So can you invite me officially, the Tante Africa Talk Show, to your next AGM? I come and...
Definitely, it's an honor meeting you, and because of the good work that you're doing.
No, I would like to see it because people need to see.
Yeah.
You know, we have the African mentality. We can sit with you here, talk, and people don't believe. I come with my show on Tante Africa on your AGM and people believe, wow. Yeah. All those people, you know, there are those people, kuona na macho, yani kujionea tu, they believe in it. And I would like, if it would be my honor to come and I do a small shooting on that day when you're doing your AGM so that people can see, because there are people there who are with so many malice problems. How can 400 people be in one group and all that? And so Ben, I would also want to ask you one, it may be so intact to this group, or I would like to ask, would you like to tell people outside there, somebody who doesn't have a group, it doesn't have to be your group, because when a problem comes knocking, sometimes you don't know where to run. You can tell people in Stuttgart, people in Hamburg, Berlin, Munich, Frankfurt, Duisburg. If you're outside there and you don't have a group, maybe you can try and get a small network and you know which group is there in Frankfurt for us, which group is there for Munich, which group is there, so that people can run to this group, because they don't have to come to Berlin. It's only me now who's coming to Berlin, only if you're allowed by the treasurer. Treasurer will be my friend. So, where do people run to? Where can people go? Because we have people who are not in this group with their own reason, because we don't want want to judge them. I said Tante Africa is a place where you come and you're not judged, regardless of what situation made you not to be in a group. Anytime a problem can knock, what would you advise these people? Do you have a network where you can tell me? Maybe in Frankfurt. Have you heard of a group in Frankfurt?
Yeah, I know one or two, but basically what I would like to say, we might not be able to reach everyone where they are in Germany. I've been contacted, or as we as a team, when people heard the good story that KUBB is doing, we were being contacted all over. And people are telling, hey, can you come to Hamburg? Can you come to here? And I told them we cannot be able to reach everyone. But what we'll do and to encourage you is where you are. There's a saying in Kiswahili that we all know that says kidole kimoja hakivunji chao.
Exactly.
And it basically works for everyone. Where you are, even if you are 2 or 3 or 4, just start something. Because there's this thing. I remember what touched me also when I was here. Okay, when I was joining the organizations here, because before we formed KUBB, there were still other groups, and I was very active. I was very active in moving around and telling people, let's come together. Let's try have something in unity, in common, because one, we are visitors in this world. It's not our home.
Exactly.
We are a very small percentage of the population. Germany has 80 million people. Kenyans, I think we are 0.1 or 0.2% of this population. So we are the minority, and being the minority, there is nothing as powerful as you see. You've always watched the ants. The Digiridi.
Yeah.
You see, they pull, and the Digiridi can carry even this table. But because they come thousands of them and they lift it and they move. I was touched very much some years back now, was something, I think it was around 2012 or somewhere around. And a guy, I was just reading in the newspaper, not in the newspaper, on this website, I think it's one of the known websites here around. And it's a Kenyan website in Germany. And then I saw a guy has committed suicide somewhere. A Kenyan guy has been hit by a train and has died. Okay, it was just one of those such stories. I don't know the guy. He comes from another city. I don't know where. Street Donau, Street Dessau, or I don't know which name. And then I was like, okay, it's sad. It has hurt me, but because I don't know the guy, I just ignore it and leave it. And then a week later, my mom, we were talking with my mom, and mom told me, there's a guy, a son to your former headmaster in primary school, was in Germany in a city called blah blah, the name that I had right there, and that guy was crushed by a train. So that's the son of someone I know, but because we are not in contact and I know that he's here, now I started doing a research. Now I came to realize this guy was, there's that people when you come here and then you start now, you don't have legal status and that story, everybody knows how it goes. And then that guy was sent to a different Azulheim there, because he had given his story as it comes from, I don't know, Congo or where. So where he was sent, there was nobody who speaks Swahili, nobody who speaks English, he doesn't speak German. And in the process, about a month after he had been sent there, the dad had died. The dad was sick in Kenya and died. But this guy, because of his situation, could not travel to Kenya, and he could not share the story with anybody, because there's nobody then who speaks Swahili there or English. So the guy was all alone. And according to my own research now, after connecting the dots, I came to realize maybe that's a depression that caught that guy, because he couldn't share with anybody. He couldn't love this place and leave that place and go home to bury the dad. So he thought maybe the best thing was to end his life. I started feeling, what if I was there? What if there was somebody who could share the story of that guy? What if I could have anyhow gotten, or anybody gotten the story of that guy and tried to give him kapolo, even if he could not fly to go and bury the dad. Lakini angekuwa hapa mchosi na we are together, because that's exactly what we do.
Just a shoulder.
Just a shoulder to lean on. And that is why I kept repeating these stories to other people. I told them, no, we need even if they're not here, I call you guys, let's come, unite, form something that is bringing us together. But also, let's also try to move out there and try to seek those cases out there and get them home. And try to listen to them, because just like I said, some people are not joining organizations because they don't know that they exist. You cannot blame such kind of a person.
And that's why we are here, because we want people outside to know we have these groups, and if you're in any town in Germany, you're new in Germany, you don't know which group to join, you can get in touch on me. You can check on me on Facebook, Tante Africa Talk Show. On YouTube, you can write to me, or you can write to Ben Jogu, because we can try and connect you with groups that can help you. You don't need even to join a group. You just need to tell us maybe something that we know who you are and where you are, because a situation may come where you need some help and people don't know. So, do you help members that are not part of, do you help people that are not part of your group?
We haven't really, as a group, help anyone who is outside the group, because it's also, again, it's the rules and regulations of the organization. It also demoralize the members who are also inside. Then it will not make sense of having a group. But when we also do our own personal investigations, we have cases of people who are not, it's like there's a girl who drowned recently, was found in water. They are not members of the organization, but because they are around us, they are in Berlin, they are in Brandenburg, they are near us. This people will always try to see how we can assist them on an individual basis.
Okay, so there you come on individual and
I will not go
as
as the chairman of KUBB, but I will go there as Ben. But I'll also have mobilized people around me, and I tell them, no, okay, there's this case, let's just go and see what we can do. And then people will just go there and freely assist. We will not only assist financially, because there's also other assistance.
Exactly,
we also counsel people, we also give advices, we also hold people, because when such things happen, people don't even know where to go. Which office should I go? Where do I get this paper? Where do I get this one? And I'll hold your hand and I'll tell you, go to that office, you'll get that document, go to that office, get this other document. I might not be able to help you much financially, but if I show you the direction, then I've also played my role as a community leader.
So there is also this other question of, you know, we Africans sometimes, we like even killing people that don't exist so that to get this money. You know? Let's talk the way things are, because we are not going to quote the cake here. We have some cases where people would even say, my mom, who was already dead for 12 years before she came here, that yes, now she has risen up and dead again. How do you do your investigation to know the story is true?
You know, when it comes to money and human beings, they are like this. So there are people who will lie because of wanting to get the help. And the money that we give is not small money. And everybody will be like, hey, I would also like to get a share of the game. At first, we had challenges, because one thing as KUBB, we didn't have anywhere to learn from. There was no organization that was like us, that we were copying. We were doing everything from scratch. So at first, we honestly had challenges. There are cases we would do, and we call everybody, and then after some time, we had cases, and but then after, so at that time we took our things seriously now. We formed a serious committee that does investigations. So if you tell us, like you've lost a loved one, we will tell you, definitely don't expect us to start raising funds tomorrow. Give us time, even if it's a week, 2 weeks, it doesn't matter how long, but we will do our investigation thoroughly. We have a team that works perfectly now. At least before it was challenging, but now slowly, we've reached where I can say we are doing our job perfectly. We do investigations here and in Kenya. And even if it means using even some small funds that we have that left behind, maybe we send even people to Kenya who are in Kenya, not really from here, but maybe someone, we use someone and tell you. We have all mechanisms. We've had cases of somebody comes and gives you ask, okay, sir, good, you lost that person there. Is there any preparations? Has the thing been announced on radio? Is it printed on media? And then somebody gives you then gives you something you compare, because our team is working, and it tells, oh, this is it, and this is the story that you've given, and this is the story that we are getting from Kenya. They are contradicting.
Because there's another group I had of a story that they contributed, that a mother was dead to one guy, and the guy went home, and where he was seen, or he was told, send us pictures, we need to see where it was printed. And so one person had decided in their group, they contribute, the first money they contribute is for that person to appear in the newspaper. So the guy just disappeared and like that, and he went with the money, and there was nothing like that. So if that's something like that happened and you've already contributed, or at the moment you're saying that issue is a no-go, it does not happen at the moment.
Yeah, we've had a case. We've had a case where even members contribute. One was already gone, and because we're doing this thing out of the heart, we just said, okay, we've given the guy, and we discovered later, even not immediately, we discovered after 2 or 3 months.
So the money was already
gone, and actually there's nothing we could have done.
Okay.
But there's one we discovered midway along the contributions.
Okay.
And we even informed our members after we concluded the investigations. We told our members, hey, this is what is happening. We were raising money for this and this, but we've come to realize that's not the truth. So our members now request us, okay, good, you can put that money. When anything happens now, you don't need to call us, just talk and happen. But of late, such issues are quite rare. Actually, we haven't had, for the last 2 years, we haven't had such kind of a case. And people have also realized the importance of being honest. Exactly. And secondly, the importance also of being in unity with an organization. That's why people no longer, initially we had cases where people failed to bring contributions for a month or two. Now, like right now, the contribution is always 98%, 99%.
Wow, that's
we rarely have, hata mtu akiwa nyumbani, heri atume mtu akuja mtolee pesa, or wherever you, even if you're traveling or anything.
So it's not a must you be there for the contribution.
It's not a must because you cannot always be having the 300 people there.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can send someone. That's why we say it's not mandatory during the contributions to appear personally, but it's always advisable, because when that person is going through difficulties, I need only your financial support. The other part with that shoulder to lean on is also very important. We are still together. We just do things how they're supposed to be done. Exactly. Yeah.
So is it all about when death comes, or this group has other issues? What do they help? Or it's only a matter of contributing when somebody else died?
Yeah, we just like I said, it's not only financial contributions. We also assist when I hold a hand of a person and take that person to an office, or advise him, or refer that person to a lawyer, or refer that person to a social worker or something. That is also our responsibility.
So KUBB, it's not only for contribution of when death comes, when people, or when somebody has a problem in Berlin, can come to you people or not?
Yeah, for
do you have offices? We start from there.
We still don't have a physical office.
Okay.
But we are working on it soon. We are hoping that God will open up ways.
Yeah, and you see
because
now
everything is step by step.
You see now my job uptime is coming there. When you have the office, that is when you need the tea card.
That's when you need the tea card.
Wow, I can
so
see
now
myself.
We don't have a physical office.
Okay.
Yeah, and we all operate from mobile offices or home offices. Then, but we are hoping soon that we'll have an office. So, but when it comes there, our numbers, our contacts are out there. Actually, everybody knows, and we're all there because we are there for each other. So if there's something that it does not involve financial aspects, only we can also do that part of advice, and we are also there propagating also the Kenyan culture. In Germany, we always have cultural activities once a year and all that. But we are hoping that we'll slowly, because it's just like I mentioned, everything big starts small. We had nowhere to learn from, so we're still building step by step. And we also need then our people to create that trust. It has developed, but we also need more ideas and people to basically get that aspect of coming together. That we are home away from home, and we need to do much better than we could be doing if we are not an organization. So people basically know that once a year we have a cultural event, and then slowly maybe we'll have more events.
That's great. So we are 2019. Where do we see KUBB in the next? Let me not give it too much years. 5 years. What do you aspire this group to be?
Yeah, good question. KUBB personally has been, because I've also grown a lot heading this organization. I've learned a lot, and I've also matured in other aspects. God willing, KUBB will be having a physical office, just like I mentioned. We have our own house. It's always been a dream. We've always dreamed to have the Kenya house in Berlin.
Wow.
I'm trusting God that in those 5 years we'll be having our own Kenya house in Berlin.
And you call me when this dream come true.
It will come true. We'll be alive to see it. Yeah, and we also do this thing not only for our own selves, we do it for our children.
Exactly.
I've always said, I'm not in this course because of my own self. Exactly. I'm in this course because of my children and my friends' children and the children of the Kenyan community here. Yeah. So we want to bring these children to a level where they feel comfortable identifying themselves with the Kenyans. Exactly. Whereby this kid will be going outside and when he's asked, who are you? What are you? That kid will say, my name is Ben and I'm Kenyan. Or he feels proud to be associated with Kenya. We want these children to start learning our culture. Exactly. We want these children to learn our language, our way of doing things. That we are not the kind of people who wake up and you don't even know where your mother lives. You know, we've lived with these people and you'll hear, you call a German or any other people and they tell you, ich habe keine Kontakt zu meiner Mutter, or ich habe keine Kontakt zu meiner. That is so un-African, it's so un-Kenyan. So we want to bring these children in an upbringing whereby they feel comfortable and feel that they are part and parcel of the Kenyan and African community in Europe.
Thank you. Wow. That is great. And you people, you've had maybe the main points I would like one more to repeat. And as you've had in 10 years to come, they are going to be 5 years. I've not given this group more years. Most of the people are asking, where do I see you in 10 years? But I think KUBB is a group that is growing very much, and that's why I'm asking, in 5 years, where do we sit? And maybe for the people outside there, maybe I would like 3-4 questions, just one. So, you've told us, do you still need members? Can members join you? Yes or no?
Yes and no. Because you cannot join today. We always set dates. Maybe quarterly or half a yearly, because we need to set our systems right, we clear off the members who've left, and then we always announce, maybe after every 3 months, we put a specific date of registration, because just like I said, this job or this work that we are doing is voluntary. So,
it's voluntary.
So I have to
people need
time.
Also to know that these people are sacrificing their time, their energy to do the work they do. Just like me here, I'm sacrificing my time, my energy to come to you people to bring such a story so that you may not get lost, so that you may know there's such a group. So, annually is when you call for the meeting and announce.
Yeah, but registrations, whenever we set that our books are ready, we did registration about 2 months ago, right? We did our registration for the new members, I think, 3 months ago.
Do you have a pending list?
We have a pending list.
Can I be in that list?
Unfortunately not. I would like to have you, but...
I'm out. So, anyway, I decided, I love this group so much, but we also have a small group somewhere, because we cannot all fit in Bali. As much as I want to come to Bali, so people in Frankfurt, start something. Start with 2 people where you are. If there are other existing group, and you feel you cannot be comfortable there because of your own reason, you know yourself better, start a group. You can even start a group with your own family, relatives, because we have people here who are like 10 relatives in this country. One is in Nuremberg. You start something from yourself. We also have one at the Tante Africa talk show where we were able to send our members back home for their brother. There's 2 sisters, and we started it slowly, and we are going to add more members the way they come. So if you're there and you're willing to join a group, and I'll be getting tips now from the big elephant that has already gone. So I'll be getting tips from you people how to go about it. Ours is a small group, and maybe somebody else who is starting a group somewhere or who doesn't have a group, maybe you can sometimes be called to encourage them and to show them. Are you willing to go to those towns and give ideas of how you run your group so that other group can be like KUBB in Bali?
Sure. I actually mentioned it before, and I said we are very much willing. I told people we've been contacted by several people, even from our neighboring countries in Africa. I mean, we have groups from Uganda, Tanzania, and all that. They've been coming to us asking for advice, and we told them, because we cannot all join this group, I'll take you step by step. We will be holding you, connect you. If it's your treasurer, I give her or him our treasurer. They sit together, they go through the books and see how we do our things. If it's going to the offices and all that, we are ready to hold. Even if you are wherever you are in Germany or anywhere else, feel free to call us, contact me, contact our team, and we'll be ready to advise you.
Thank you so much. And with the future looking very bright for this group, KUBB, I think you've promised me that you're inviting me to the AGM. I want people to see the real this group. This group is doing wonders, and I want people to see it. Kujionea ni kuamini, you know, it's like touching, and you see this is the real. And Ben, let me tell you, you're a blessed person, because all those members with your great team that is behind you, if somebody else has not told you that you are doing a great job, I'm here from Munich. Tante Africa is telling you and your group that you're doing a great job in Berlin.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ben. Santi Sana.
Shukran.
And we are going to see us. And that was Tante Africa Talk Show. I'm here in Berlin, and I was interviewing Ben Jogu and Kwaherini.
Shukran.
Bye.
Bye.